If a buyer reneges on an offer due to HUD's, not willing to move forward with something, or
HUD has,
I'm sorry,
HUD has to come to the table.
right?
They're unable to.
Okay. If it's an owner occupant, generally owner occupants will get their earnest money deposit back. Okay. If they cancel, investors generally not. So that's really what's going to come down to it. It's all going to depend on what exactly was requested, why HUD did not come back. I mean, was it extraneous? Was it something that extreme? I'm not too sure. It's really hard to pinpoint that. Anytime I answer questions about what happens with earnest money, it's always going to be very general.
I'm not worried about the interest. All I'm trying to do is get the deal forward. And they're asking for an extension for the buyer. So the buyer's fault if we can't close.
Oh, okay. If the,
That's covered, we can't.
right, and when I was talking about extensions, if it's out of control of the buyer, then we will extend that escrow.
Do you initiate it?
No, you have to. The agent has to always be proactive. If you're seeing issues, I recommend 10 days before close of escrow to submit an extension request. Especially if it's due to the seller, that's even better. I mean, you're going to need to get that extension and made aware of everybody when that extension happens.
And no less than 5 days.
Yeah.
And if it's the lender's fault, get the lender to stand something with it.
And that might be subject to cancel if it's the lender's fault, unfortunately, now, because they really are going to be strict on extension.
Well, they've been on notice for 30 days.
Yeah, and that happens because, if it's HOA liens, termite, it's that kind of stuff, it's out of our hands, it's out of your hands, so they will extend it. Okay? Yes.
In regards to that, I have a phone with an owner, it's Ashley, owner occupied, and extended, and they weren't even charged. What?
Yeah, they'll be charged for extending it. Extension fees are going to be happening
But
prior to
it's
the
not
beginning.
fault, not their fault. If it was a cash deal, they had their money.
Right. I'm not too sure exactly, again, with that case number, whose fault it is, I can't say. I don't have the case number handy. But procedure, it is where the buyer submits that extension fee along with the request. But if it's the first time, like if it's an owner occupant, I've seen them even waive that, not even get that first fee from the buyers. So it just depends on that. Again, it's a really general question. I can't answer exactly to that. Whenever it comes to earnest money deposits, it's a very general answer that I can give you because I don't know the correct answer to that.
Yeah, but HUD asked the buyer to extend, and yet the buyer was charged with the amount.
They are going to be charged for extensions.
They
Okay?
get the credit at closing.
They get the credit if you're called.
They
Right.
get it. I've never seen them not get it.
Yeah. But again, it's going to change. This year is a new year. That's going to change. They're not going to come back to the buyers to keep extending. It's not going to happen. They're going to be subject to cancel unless it's something not their fault. Yes, ma'am.
So is there any way the total that they could ever be charged with as far as forfeiture? Because in typical real estate, that's not really, typical resale, a seller can, refuse to accept that earnest money and sue for more. Is there any situation in HUD that
I haven't seen any instances.
so it's really that's the fixed risk, $40,000.
Yeah, or if they're extension fees, they're at risk because any kind of extension fee is not returned, even if their earnest money deposit is returned.
Even if they just get cold feet.
Yeah, that's their pretty much risk. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, a couple things.
Hi.
I dealt with an experience like Gail. Actually, I had 2 houses at the same time. Went out for inspections and both water lines were broken, both houses. Got it dealt with, but if in fact...
We're not going to say how to kind of
No, just... Okay, so no reason. If in fact you get through all that, and then these are 22 questions, and then the house has to be reappraised, does the buyer, after it gets re-winterized, have to pay again to get it, turn the utilities back on in order to get it appraised and then back off before they close in the wintertime?
Yes, the buyer's always responsible for the on, off.
However, you have that PCR report, you can use that and the utility stuff.
Right, yeah, that's up to you, but it's absolutely a requirement, and you still have to contact your field service manager, let them know of the situation that you have a new appraisal that, and they need to go back for reinspection, and you do need to fill out the paperwork with your field service manager.
Now, could I make a recommendation?
I'd like to hear that.
Can we have the houses to make sure, it's like, for example, Sarita, I had 2 of them. Can the listing, the field service guy or whoever, make sure that the houses before they get listed have the pipes wrapped, the water pipes, so that they don't, they freeze?
I used to be a field manager before. I used to go and inspect the houses. And like the people that were concerned about the repairs being done and utilities there, they used to make us go and check, take a picture of the water meter, take a picture of the electrical, making sure it's off. You have to make sure that they didn't leave utilities on, that all installation was, all plumbing was insulated, that everything was clean, that no vandalism, no windows were broken, and we have to take pictures. So before they get the listing, there is already a lot of reports being done. So whoever does the repairs, if repairs have been done, there's reports that, those repairs were done. So they're supposed to be insulated.
I mean, those are great ideas in the house.
We can definitely make that recommendation. I can make that recommendation too. I'm gonna find out exactly what the field service manager, if they can do that. If they don't, I'll definitely make that recommendation. Okay. I think Tim wants to take a break. Yeah. We're gonna go through questions and answers throughout the whole presentation until at the end as well. So make sure you keep your questions and then we'll come back.
We have the sign sheets where you came in this morning. They will be passed around. We will need to initial next to your name after the break. Or I have them in front of me, so if you would please just sign if you want to come to me, or if we're going to be passing on. Make sure that your names are on there because that guarantees you your certificate. Another thing is we have Sharon Vigo Realty, Tim Merriman, last one, Victoria Glass, Sarah Group of Executive Sandy. They will actually be raffling off an iPad today. So please make sure that we have your business card in that bowl so that you can call up the iPad. We have exactly 10 minutes, about 10:18. So let's be back at 10:28. We're going to do a Q&A with the lender and get one down. 10:28.
We're BFFs now. We are. Yeah, it felt like it. It felt like it. Just that from Houston, everybody loves it.
going to pass the sheet back so you can actually sign out, okay?